Hello, my name is Hannah. Today we are building another 70s style bungalow. Well, not another, just a singular one. But this one I was not originally going for 70s. I just built the outside and it turned entirely blue and I was like, what if I made it 70s themed? And I enjoy making a horrible mess of an inside, and so I did. And I very much enjoyed building the last one. So I was just like, what if I built another one but smaller? And I really enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun building it. I was on the phone with my friend listening to, children's cartoons theme songs in different languages. So, we were having a bunch of fun. And so it got my creativity going, the little tiny bit that I have. But I had a lot of fun building this house. It was really cool. It was very blue. Well, the outside's blue, the inside's orange. So it's very complementary. See, it goes together in some ways, I guess. But it's fine. But today I was going to talk about, so in elementary school, you know how, kids who could do splits were, the fancy people, they had, kids that would be, flock to them and be like, can you do the splits for me? It was really annoying, but, I could do that, but most people would come to me and be like, can you do a back walkover? And I'm just like, oh my god. And it was mostly, not people in my grade. It would be more, the kindergartners, which are really cute, and how do you say no to a kid who's 5 and has puppy dog eyes on? You just kind of have to. Now this usually happened either in recess, but sometimes there wouldn't be this all of the kids age groups, and what are they called, grades, there we go, brain's not working sometimes, but not all the grades would come out to recess with you. So this would mostly happen in an after school program that I went to. And so when we would go outside, sometimes we'd go down to a lower part that had a kickball field. I think it was a baseball field, but it never got used for that. It was kickball. It was only used for kickball. But we'd go down there and it was just a bunch of grass surrounding a sanded kickball thing with a big net. Stuff, not very important. But we would go down there and we would just hang out. Most kids would just talk, but no, we don't do that here. So I would sit over in the corner away from everyone else doing back walkovers, front walkovers, other random stuff, some forward rolls and backwards rolls, because at that time I was 8 and I could not do a back handspring until I was 10. So obviously I wasn't going to do that because I would have died, because I was trying to do it at cheer, but I couldn't do it. So at that time I was just doing back walkovers, and then I would stretch beforehand, and all of the first month I was doing it, people just looked at me weird. And then the kindergartners and some first graders, mostly kindergartners though, but saw what I was doing and came over to me and were like, what are you doing? And I'm just I'm doing back walkovers, and they were just fascinated by this ability that I had, which it's not even that cool, but I guess it's pretty cool to a 5-year-old who doesn't know what's happening. But, I thought it was pretty cool because it's the only attention I got in the entirety of elementary school. So I continued doing it, and so I may have gotten in trouble partway through, because I would say I was doing it for 3 months, and then the teacher was like, you can't do that, and I'm just okay, and then they were trying to explain it to me, because I'm not going to disagree. If you tell me to stop, I'm going to stop. But they were yeah, the kids are gonna try and do a back walkover, which they hadn't done so far. They would just sit on the floor in amazement, and I'm just okay. And then they were yeah, they may get hurt, or their parents may call us and say that their kid's trying to do it at home. I'm just and none of this has happened. Because I guess I wasn't thinking they were gonna try and copy me, which I guess is the thing I should have been worried about, but I didn't really care at the time. But they would sometimes copy me when I was doing forward rolls, because they could do that, because a lot of kindergartners can sit on their head and then flip themselves over. But we were also on grass that hadn't been cut in a couple months, so it was 5 inches tall, and no, 5 inches, 3 inches, and the dirt was fairly soft, and it's not it was muddy, because it didn't get muddy when we went outside. Obviously if it was muddy they would be no, we're gonna stay inside and play boring board games again. And so, like, I didn't see the issue, but then I had to stop because, obviously the kids were gonna, like, get hurt or something. Which I guess that makes sense. But it was also the teacher that I didn't like. Like, it was one of those supervisors that you're just, like, you get a bad feel from. And so I was like, okay, fine. I will sit with the kindergartners instead and talk about Monopoly or whatever we else did. I don't remember really anything else other than the fact that the stacks that they tried to give us were like horrendous. Like it was like boxed cereal that had looked like it had been there since 1997. Like it was like vintage packaging, looked moldy, and it was just like, okay, that's fun. And people ate it because it was that or nothing for 3 hours while you sat there after school. And lunch was at like 11, so at 5 you were hungry. So it was just weird. But, it wasn't actually from 1997, just putting it out there. It was probably, like, 3 to 4 months old, but it looked old. Like, it was not the packaging that you're used to. It was, like, the, like, previous one. Like, we were all just kind of confused. And also some of the people in my grade were mean in 5th grade. So, I was done by that point. But, like, I spent 6 years doing that. So, Oh, that reminds me. On the very first day of kindergarten, I had to go to this daycare because I did this every single day, and it was in the cafeteria. So I didn't know that, though, because I either forgot or wasn't told, because I wasn't told anything. I still am not told anything. But I sat out front, in front of the school, for, like, I'd say, like, a good 35 minutes, because that's where all of the rest of my classmates went. There was literally, like, 2 that, like, went somewhere else, and so I just was like, okay, follow the line leader, and so I walked out front, and I was sitting there, and so I didn't know what I was doing, because obviously my parents didn't come and pick me up, because they were working, and so I think I was, like, the last one there, and the teacher there, it wasn't my teacher, I know that, it was, like, one of the other teachers was like, sweetie, are your parents coming? And I'm just like, no. And no probably was the correct response, but I didn't know that it was no, but I remember saying no, or someone told me I said no, but then they were like, what if you went here? And then they took me to the daycare type thing, and then the, like, person running the thing was like, yeah, they're supposed to be here, and I'm just like, this already looks bad, and, I was right, I was very right, but, I didn't know. I don't think I ever, like, was told that first day of school that I was going there. But apparently I was. And I was going to do it for 6 years. So, that's fine. But I had a lot of, memories. Or not a lot of. I said not a lot earlier. I don't have a lot of memories. I have, like, 3. And most of them aren't great. But, that's fine. So we're getting to the end of the video. So screenshots are about to come up. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you liked the video. But I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!